Welcome back to another video. In this video, we will be talking about the impact of inflation on investment appraisal. So let's read. When there is inflation in an economy, the capital providers would require an inflation premium above their basic required return. So let's assume you are a business, you are a company, and you go to your capital providers, which could be bank, for example, in the case of loan, or it could be shareholders in the case of equity. So you go to your capital providers and you ask for their required return. You ask them what is their required return, what is the return that they require on the capital that they have provided to you. So you ask for their required return, and let's say that you got an answer. Their quoted rate is 10%. They quoted you a rate of 10%. Now the quoted word is synonym with the words nominal, with the word stated. So quoted means nominal or stated. So their nominal rate is 10%. The quoted rate that you have got from the capital providers is 10%. Now always remember that their quoted rate will always be masked with inflation. This quoted rate of 10% will be including the impact of inflation. Why? Because whenever there is inflation present in the economy, which is always the case by the way, the investor would be requiring an additional return just to compensate for the loss of purchasing power over time. So they will be requiring an additional rate just to fight with inflation. If you want to find their real required return, meaning the rate that they would require if there was no inflation present in the economy, you would need to unmask their nominal rate, unmask their provided rate, unmask their stated rate. You have to unmask that rate, the rate of 10%, to find what is the real return that they require from you. So how are you going to find the real rate? You are going to use the Fisher's formula. What is the Fisher's formula? So 1 plus I, what is I? I is the nominal rate, is equal to 1 plus R. What is R? R is the real rate, meaning the required return if there is no inflation in an economy. And then what is H? H is the general inflation rate. So this is how these three things are linked together. So if you want to find the real rate, you are going to rearrange this formula to find the real rate. Now let's read here. In the exam, you will always assume that the given rate is the nominal rate. The formula is hence more commonly used to find the real rate. So of course, if you go to your shareholder, if you go to your capital provider and they quote you a rate, that rate will be the nominal rate. So of course, you easily get the nominal rate. This is the only rate that you get from your investor. So if you want to find the real rate, you have to use this formula. You have to rearrange this formula. So this formula is more commonly used to find the real rate. Now let's read further. The general inflation rate is often given in an exam question as the retail price index, RPI, or consumer price index. So whenever it is written retail price index is 8%, 5%, 2%, then this means this is the general inflation rate. Now this diagram, let's look at this diagram. This diagram is going to be very helpful to you because you have to just remember that the word nominal is associated with including inflation. So nominal means include inflation, and the word real means exclude inflation. So nominal is equal to include inflation, real means exclude inflation. So you have to just remember this simple basic idea, basic concept, and the things become much easier for you, because this is a topic where students get confused a lot because they couldn't differentiate between the nominal versus real. So nominal will always mean include inflation, and real will always mean exclude inflation. So I hope it is clear, a very basic idea, a very basic concept. So in the next video, we will be talking about the application of the nominal rate and the real rate. So we will meet in the next video. Bye.